Looking for someone new to watch? Vash 1116's latest VOD is ready for you. Alright, let me get a little more prepared for this though. And also let me like announce it and stuff. How long is this game? 40 minutes, okay. Utsumi, you can take your time eating. A lot of known people, man. Flower Guild, Turtle Guild. I already commented on this yesterday. I'm gonna go make a little popcorn. Is this an analytical replay review or is this a showing off replay review? Also, do you want to be in the channel? Up to you, really. And also, I will I'm probably gonna add time to the subathon. Is a weird thing I'm doing. Alright. And this is the first ever replay review that's Captain's Mode. Alright, one moment. Let me... I've added 10 hours to the timer, because... I'm gonna be honest, I forgot that this replay review was 300,000 points. That is a lot. Let me note this down real quick. Alright, I'm ready. I'm also going to share my screen to Discord so you get the live feed.
5 seconds remaining. Dire team banned.
Oh, also intro for YouTube. Hello! I'm doing a replay review for Theo, otherwise known as EpiPen, formerly known as EPI...
5 seconds remaining.
It's Yules. I forgot the equation and how to say it. It's fine.
Team's turn to ban.
Oh, actually, we can't hear you, Theo.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Is this any better?
Yes. Hello. Their flag is a fucking Brokeback Mountain, isn't it? That's so good.
Yeah, that's like to me.
Radiant team's turn to ban.
I love a Dawnbreaker ban. I hate a Silencer ban after the enemy team bans Dawnbreaker. What a wasted ban, bro.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So I saw the draft like yesterday, but I don't remember it, so I'm actually watching this and slightly caring.
I think that some of these bans might be because they're respect bans.
These people know each other? Is this a scrim?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's not a scrim, but like in the league, I think a lot of people know each other and have played against each other a lot.
Oh shit, this is like an actual league. I thought this was like a battle
Saturday
cup.
evening amateur league. No, no, no. It's at the top of the screen.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
Saturday
yeah.
evening.
I just saw it.
10 seconds
Holy.
remaining.
But I mean, like the people who are in this league are also in other leagues,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like they
Yeah.
all just know each other.
That actually owns, because like then it's like more like that same environment, right?
Dire team's turn to ban.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's
10
why they banned
seconds
Silencer.
remaining.
But
5 seconds remaining.
it's a good Earthshaker pick. Earthshaker does not like Silencer. Used an enemy's ban for yourself.
Dire team ban.
Yep. Get rid of the Wombo.
Seconds remaining.
Also a really good ban when you
5
have an
seconds
Earthshake.
remaining. Radiant team ban.
I respect a Sand King ban because, to be real, I just think that the hero is so broken right now. I think he may be one of the easiest ways to farm MMR at the moment.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds left. Don't freeze up. Radiant team's turn to pick. Dire team's turn to pick.
Queen of Pain.
Okay, I was actually about to say maybe they were about to pick Hoodwink.
The Witch Doctor is their possible.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, but Hoodwink's being picked in like almost every position right
5
now.
seconds remaining.
Oh, okay, okay.
I just haven't seen a Hoodwink one.
Dire team's
But the
turn.
casters were saying that Ame picks it sometimes.
I have seen Hoodwink one from a number of people. It's mixed.
Yeah. Ringmaster is pretty much always good,
10 seconds
so
remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
it's like Shadow Demon.
Radiant team's turn to pick.
That's why I thought the Clockwork was banned. But I don't think that it's actually nearly as much of a counter anymore. Because apparently he's allowed to cast in this shit now.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Like Ringmaster, I think that Jakiro works in like most teams. He provides a little bit of everything. That's the core Jakiro. I don't think core Jakiro works in like all teams.
Radiant team's turn to pick.
I don't.
Dire
I think that's
team's
like
turn
an
to
okay pick. Also, like maybe like a little bad.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I don't know. Rubik is like so player dependent, right? Kind of frustrating. Like in a more competitive Dota like environment. There's too much like player skill dependence. Also, Rubik is like huge different on LAN versus online.
Dire team's turn to ban.
Juggernaut.
Yep. Big life stealer. Two heroes cancel out, really. Also nice against the Witch Doctor.
10 seconds remaining.
Plus you have like big Omni
5
slash
seconds
enablers.
remaining. Radiant team's turn to ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team's turn to ban.
That pop-up ban makes sense.
Seconds remaining.
I'm not really sure why there's a Necro ban.
5 seconds remaining.
I guess Lifestealer, but like, I don't know, even then, like, there's a million things you can do to alleviate that
Dire team's
matchup.
turn to pick.
Doom ban makes sense. Huck ban. Sure.
10 seconds
I think
remaining.
it's a bad ban. I don't think there's any world where you guys pick
5
Huck
seconds remaining.
after the Jug here.
Radiant team's turn to pick.
Tinker.
That's a really good pick. Yeah, yep. Yep. Yeah.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
They should take the next minute here and figure out what hero they're most comfortable picking to try to deal with this Tinker. Because right now, they've lost at the draft screen. As long as Tinker is, like, serviceable. Like, as a player. Oh man, they banned Puck too. That sucks. That was not the pick.
I guess there's technically still Ricky.
Yeah, they also banned Silencer. Alright. And Silencer's not even all that amazing anymore. Man, if they knew that you guys had like a Tinker picker, I would straight up ban Tinker every game against that player. I think Tinker is unplayable against, right?
We definitely lost a game against Tinker. That was just the Tinker that won.
Yeah. Just one of those heroes right now. Didn't used to be this way. Yeah, it was more like the Lycans, the Brood Mothers, Earth Spirit. Why am I watching the heroes jiggle around?
Whoa, princess.
Oh, I should not be zooming all the way out like that.
Your talent.
Take me to player view, and then take me off of player view to reset my camera. Alright, start of the game. This is a fine inventory. Let's see, right now you think that your lane is probably Rubik or Witch Doctor plus DK
Yes.
or Quap.
Yeah.
So, either way, no matter what configuration, you're looking at either Dagger / Scream spam versus Breathe Fire spam. And probably just Breathe Fire, probably not a bunch of Dragon Tail, right? So you're looking at like a three spell max, because I actually don't remember if Voodoo Restoration toggling gives a wand charge. I'm pretty sure it doesn't, because it's a toggle. And then we made all toggles not give wand charges. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. These are the kind of things you should like actually be thinking about before you go to lane with a stick.
So
Right.
I have to wonder about that toggle thing, right? Because it takes flat mana to toggle it.
Yeah. I don't think it does. I think that they just made it flat out like all toggles. None of them do it. It's weird on the replay the way it shows these guilds, because like this guy's team isn't the turtle, right? The Halcyon is his team, right? So it's weird that it's showing guilds.
It's Flower Girls, right?
Oh shit. Okay, a fight here for the rune. This should be a kill. Oh, what a fucking blunder there. Still get the kill. Still get the kill. Okay. And you guys got the rune. My Stealer steals one. You scout it out. Save yourself the seconds. This doesn't matter yet. So, it doesn't matter that you didn't have it there for a second. You lose like what, 0.2 mana or whatever. Dagger spam right here. As soon as you see level 1 dagger, buy another set of tangos. As soon as that's revealed, that
they
is.
Have it coming on the courier. I guess I don't. Usually I buy just an extra set of tangos, like always, and have it just come like.
Oh, I don't recommend doing that. That's a bit much. I think you should wait to see the struggle, because like that 90 gold could be like an earlier boots or an earlier basilisk, which could just like could like alleviate the need for the tangos even, right? You take, if you're a larger threat, you end up taking less damage, like in general, right? There's not really any hope for that deny there. One moment, I need to translate my wife's message. How many runes equals a kill / death? So the annoying answer that I always give you guys is it depends, right? Let's say Theo solo kills 3 heroes, right? At 0-0. Right? This Chikiro gets 3 kills, nobody else is there, he gets all the experience. They would have to get all 4 bounty runes for me to consider that even close to even, but I would still edge it towards Theo. Why? Because he got 3 hero kills of XP, he like will actually go to lane like level 2. And starting his lane at level 2, let's just say the dumbest case scenario. Let's say somehow they all fall asleep at their keyboards and Theo kills them with just like liquid fire. He goes 3 heroes with only liquid fire, and then he's like, you know what? In this lane, he misclicks, and then he takes ice path. Even that is just like, he's so insanely ahead just because he starts at level 2, right? He could just leave the lane right now if he were level 2, be over here, or like go like up here or do something, farm this camp, right? If he was level 2, let Jug get solo XP, and he would hit level 2 off of that first creep wave. And then he could come back, and then they're basically like a level. They're almost always a level ahead, right? Stuff like that matters too. Like, and also what hero gets it matters, right? And so right there, I was giving like the maybe the second worst case scenario, right? Like the way better is like if Jug gets solo kills like 3 people, right, or something like that. So like it's not just like a kills versus runes. It's also like who got it. And I mostly care about the XP for kills.
I think it's also a lot stronger when one hero gets all the gold, right? Like if I get first blood plus 2 kills, I might be able to get mana boosts like with that much gold.
Yes, you can just afford.
I'd be close.
No, I think you're 200 off. Yeah. But
still, right? Like that would be huge. Like coming to lane with basically mana boost.
Yeah. Like another big consideration is some heroes will buy out. They'll spend all of their gold at the start of the game, and some heroes do not. But like if you look at my Dazzle, when I play ranked, I spend out. I try not to have like any leftover gold. But when I play unranked on a lot of heroes, I will just save the money to get like an earlier starting item. Right. So like that also factors in. So it's really complicated to put like a number on it. But in general, if you put like a gun to my head, I'd say like a kill is worth like 2 bounty rooms. But even then, there's like a big asterisk. There's like a sort of. Right there, it has like less to do with you and more to do with Quap. It's sick that you just ate a dagger. Because, you have the tangos, and, whenever you take damage, you unlock the ability to regenerate damage. So, and it also, like, it's not a dagger on Jug. Whenever you're in a lane and you both have stick, when someone uses a targeted spell like that on one, it heals the other person. Right.
Because they aren't taking damage?
Yeah, because they didn't take damage and they got a stick charge. So it's it heals them health and mana.
Oh,
right?
I see. Yeah.
This is just not gonna work out. Also, sadly, that Hellbear didn't finish his cast. Okay, they actually they couldn't kill you because you guys are level 2. Were you level 2 when that happened? No, no way. You were. Yeah, they can't kill you. Level difference. Who died? Who was their death? Rubik. Okay. Fine, that's fine. I might even bring out another set of tangos. Yep, this is all fine. Now, if you're going for the stack here, this is fine. If you're going for the pull, obviously. But I think you were going for the stack. And you know what? I can't.
No, I was going for the pull.
Ah. You gotta know your camps. Always have to pull this one a little bit earlier. Unless you're very confident in your knowledge of where the creeps are. So, little lesser known thing. The creep camps will spawn in different formations, right? So, like, you can see right here, like, normally the alpha wolf spawns in, like, the middle. That is what people probably always picture in their head. But it doesn't always work out that way. There's an element of randomness to this. And the element of randomness matters, especially for some camps, like the ghost camp. Because this one will slow you, right? So if it's in the back and you attack a small one, you're fine, normally. You can pull it like normal times, and you'll be able to reach, insane places, right? But if the ghost is in front, you can't do a long one, because it will slow you before you get there. You can still do like a medium, right?
I find that if I attack the melee creeps in the ghost camp, it doesn't work out very well because the ghost won't like hit me until it's like a lot closer than I think. Whereas if I like directly target the ghost, it'll auto me much more predictably.
I don't experience that, but it's also like it varies, right? Depending on like how you pull, that's right. I like freeform all my pulls, right? So, whereas I think that you largely go off of like time, right?
No, I just like sat in lobby for half an hour and just practiced pulling until I got the feel for it.
Missing that pull like kind of matters, but you guys are like ahead in your lane, so Jug is kind of able to deal with it. You want to be nearby, so you do this pull. So the big difference between doing this pull and this pull is where you get to stand, if you don't understand that, right? When you pull this, you're allowed to stand... I wish I could draw a box. Can I do it? Okay, well, you can stand, like, over here, right? But if you're gonna pull here, like, you have to be, like, in, like, kind of like this area, pre-boots, right? So it's like hey, I'm a little worried about this motherfucker, right? Like, when I lane with you guys, like, versus... Like, if I lane with Chancer, I feel a lot more confident to do easy pulls. If I lane with, like, somebody else, right, I am a lot less confident, and I end up doing a lot more of these pulls, whether or not it's better or worse, just because, like, I don't know how much you guys know about, like, playing safe, or, like, knowing how far away I am, and even then, like, even with Chancer, like, it goes wrong sometimes, right? But it's like that's like a numbers situation where I'm like, I just assume that it's gonna be okay. So, like, in this situation, it's like okay to do this pull. The big downside to doing this pull is that they still get like everything from your creep wave, right? What they lose out on is being able to harass your Jug. But the better thing about the easy camp pull is that one, it doesn't full push like your lane into the tower, right? And two, oh, and also because like you did, I'm talking about a half full, obviously. Then they have to split like a little bit, right? But this is fine, I think. But you guys were also like in a kind of good position in this lane, so it probably would have been worth it to try to go for the easy camp pull. But it is also fine. I'm pretty sure he got those 2 last hits. Let's judge him largely. Yeah. Right now he has like a little free time, so he's gonna come over here and contest it at least like a little bit. The liquid fire on the creep wave is pretty not great, but see how like the lane kind of ends up from it. Another small nitpick is so like you attack this creep here, and you should probably start learning all cast conditions. You should, I don't know, did you get a wand charge here? Something I started paying attention to more, like this year, maybe last year, is gaining wand charges from creeps, because it's free real estate. Sometimes as a core, I get to go into fights with 20 wand charges. Alright, instant healing ward. You should really try to get that last hit. It's fine. It's a little rough, because you have, like, basically no damage. She should have gotten that denied, to be honest, so. Good old skeletons. This witch doctor needs to buy another tango, man. You should give him a tango. He should instantly be tangoing. Maledict is you need to do like everything you can, right? To lessen that damage. Right? So like an instant tango versus like a delay to tango on Maledict, it causes a huge difference. But it doesn't matter because he's Juggernaut, I guess. There's no way that they're gonna let you. You need a tango. Oh, this healing word's still out. Never mind. I probably might still have tangoed. This Clop is letting herself get mighty low. An ice path into a spin there would have been really good. Wouldn't have killed, but it would have put them in a position where they could like basically no longer contest this lane. Jug needs to buy another set of tangos, or he needed to ask you to buy one. This is just an annoying quirk with how the camp is right now, where you're like the troll is I think too far back in the camp, so he can't, like, you have to stand almost pixel perfect to get him to attack. Because if he were standing, like, here, like on this little dot in the camp, you would have gotten this pull. This is just... I mean, it's really hard for you to notice while you're playing. Like, this is purely hindsight, right? I wouldn't feel super bad about this, but there's more that you could be doing in this lane, like, for sure, right?
I think that pulling like a little bit lower in the lane is more robust. I guess I'll say that.
Oh, you mean like pulling here?
A little bit up, like at the top of the island of trees.
So you mean like here?
like kind of where Jug is. Yeah, but just below Jug. Like if I pull there, I think it's a shorter path to the creep camp, and so it's more like guaranteed to get the pull off. Like I think I
Yeah.
was trying to pull like up higher towards the corner.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you a lot of times like you have to pull up here versus up here because not you're if you pull down here, a lot of times you're just going to be within range of either the enemy or their creeps, right? Because there's still like an element of
Okay,
like
yeah.
they have actions that they can do to ruin it. He tried to stack there, but I don't think he realizes how tall the box is. Maybe he was going for the pole. I hate that he just did this. He just like ruined your pole. The equilibrium's gonna be okay, but like now he's like late to the creep wave. He's gonna miss a creep. That's a good spin. He honestly probably should have been spinning a little bit earlier in the lane too.
Radiant's middle tower could use some help.
Yep. Obviously, don't need to talk about the Messiah path. But I think that was a good trade. Anytime that you can make them less comfortable doing stuff to Jug is like at least okay. Something that does suck is that you have a Jug Jakiro lane, but we haven't really been able to go for a lot of kills. But I mean, it's rough because she's got Blink.
Just what I've been waiting for.
And it's always a
was
little
kind of what I was
scary to go
talking
in
about.
on Witch Doctor. Go on.
Oh, that's what I was talking about. Like I pulled lower in the lane and I got the pull off.
Sure.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
You should make it a little bit more of a priority to get this Basilisk. I think I talked about it before, but just kind of evaluating whether or not like your lane partner is using their mana, right? It makes a pretty big difference. Obviously, I know you like want the boots because obviously like, you, right? But it would help out the Jug a bit more.
Have to take this abuse?
I think I generally get Vasi before boots.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice that you still ended up killing the Quap. But obviously the Ice Path miss was actually pretty big. And also, like, I don't know why this guy... And obviously the wand was on cooldown. He used it already, right? But he had a Lotus.
I think he would have survived if I hit that Ice Path and we would have killed both of them. But I don't know.
He has a Lotus the whole time. Also, I think he toggles... hopefully he's not on agility while he does this. He's gonna toggle to int to get the spin, I think. Then he needs to go back to strength. I don't know why he's on agility. Okay, he does go back to strength. Oh, he had 2 Lotuses. Okay. He's absolved. Go back and watch it again.
Radiant's middle tower could use some
Well, he
help.
probably should have used the first Lotus a bit earlier. Like here, right? You wand. Miss Ice Path. How did... What was,
I guess Radiant fortified their structure.
Yeah, okay. It's a hard call to make here versus, Frost. Or Liquid Frost versus Liquid Fire here, right? Because Liquid Frost is a slow and just more damage, right? So it might have been an earlier kill, but it's really hard to make that call because if you look at the start of this, like from your perspective, Jug is healthy, right? You don't know that this is like a damage race at this time.
And I mean, I also feel like, well, I guess they were running a lot. I feel like oftentimes Liquid Fire is superior damage anyhow because the attack speed's slow. Right? Like
Liquid
the damage
Fire is, I think, I've actually had to switch my stance on this. Liquid Fire is definitely more of a defensive thing. Generally speaking, right? But like, I find myself using Liquid Frost a lot more in the lane, especially because it's not an area, so I'm allowed to Liquid Frost a hero like next to the creep wave, right? There was some change to Liquid Frost where it teetered over the edge for me, I think. Where I was like, okay, this is like an insane harassing tool for me now. But honestly, I think a lot of that situation right there was on Jug. I think that if he had just flowered like a little bit earlier, he could have just like lived. Obviously, if you ice pathed, it would have gone better. But I don't know if that ice path was the difference between him living and dying. Maledict did a very large burst there, and I don't know if it was the last one. Take a look on if it's the last Maledict. Okay, it is the last one. Yeah, he definitely could have lived. Like, but I don't think that the ice path is the difference on the damage. Like, let's look at what happens in the 1.25 seconds that you miss it, right? Or actually a little bit more, right? Because of this icebreaker. So in the 1.75. Okay. So right here, he's gonna take that attack, which doesn't count, right? Because it was already happening. So here, he maybe takes one more attack, and that Shadow Strike I think still happens, even if you land the stun. He would maybe have
I mean, I think it's easy to argue that like Jug wouldn't have come forward so much
yeah.
had it with Ice Path, right? So like the Quap would have either had to go way out of position or just wouldn't have gotten the attack and the dagger.
I think he would have only had like maybe 80 health more if you had landed the ice path.
I mean, alternatively, I might have been able to deny him because like if the dagger was on.
Oh, there's no hope for a deny here.
I mean, not here. Like if he didn't.
Oh no. There was never hope for a deny.
Okay.
I don't think. Because Maledict is it's too much.
Maledict is a good stuff.
Like if he's gonna die, right? He's gonna like die.
Yeah,
right?
That's fair.
I love that this is happening. Worst fucking camp, man.
Oh yeah,
He should just spin. He should just
unless
spin.
you're out.
I don't know if he knows that spin has been changed. He keeps spinning on agility boots. I think that he thinks that it's still based on his attack speed, and it's not. It's back to being flat. And he isn't the faucet that does the thing. I was like, sorry, apparently I missed this. I was like, damn, where's the lane? You go capture this little watcher. And for some god-forsaken reason, these two are walking over here. Which is unreasonable. Okay, they're going for the bounty runes? It's actually so fucking annoying that this worked out for them. This was so bad, like, on their part. Why were you over here?
I was going for the bounties.
Oh, don't fuck the bounties. My general advice.
Like, the lane is over, right? Like,
nah, the lane's
like
still...
I was gonna go do something else.
I would rather you go stack or something, especially stacking this.
Okay.
Stacking, I think, is better than
ancients.
I mean, I think stacking ancients is like one of the strongest things that you can do in the game, like with your time, right? But it's I don't think that you should have been punished for going over here, and I don't think that they should have been rewarded for coming over here to kill you. This was they had no good way of I guess that they saw this. And that's when they pinged it out?
Yeah,
like, let's see. Alright, they see him spin on the camp. They see you for like a microsecond. They see you for another microsecond. I think Quap was watching. Yep, okay, she was. She wasn't watching with her camera, she was watching with her mini-map. Ugh, it's so frustrating that this works out for them. That's such a shitty ward, too. Like, this is just a bad ward. Because this would be a good ward if Dragon Knight were on your team, right?
So I'm just looking at the time, right? Like, it's 10 minutes. Isn't that just a ward that looks to see if the mid's rotating to lane?
Yeah, but, like, your mid is never going to rotate to your lane like that. There's never a time where Tinker is going to walk through the river. Right, he's just gonna wait for level 6, and then if he's gonna go to your lane, he's gonna TP to it, right?
That's fair. That's a fair point. I guess like I put that ward down a lot at the time that they probably put it down. So
yeah, but you've got to kind of be like a little bit aware of like it's another like numbers game. Like how likely is it, right? Again, if Dragon Knight were on your team, this would be a good ward because Dragon Knight will pass through this area. Right, if he's gonna gank. There's a good chance that he won't just TP, right? But like the only real reason I see Tinker walking up here is if he picks up like an invis rune. Even like a haste rune, maybe. But I don't know. I really think that they might have placed this to scout out pulls, but it's a kind of a shitty pull ward, right? Like the way better one is like over here. Or, you know, like here or something. I don't know.
I feel like. Go.
No, you go. We got time.
I feel like wards in that part of the jungle are just like it's so easy for them to accidentally get dewarded because of people unblocking camp.
That is also why I basically hate playing so many of them. In the early game, I care a lot about dewarding. Also, you know, obviously I've talked about how, like, I don't want to ward mid until, like, at least, like, 5 minutes in the game, because I think that, like, a deward there, like, loses you your lane, right? But, like, in the side lanes, it's, like, another thing where I'm just like, ugh. Like, in the first couple minutes of the game, I'd rather just play observerless, because I think that the punishment for dewarding is just too high. if at any point we like lower, are you seeing how low my frame rate is now?
Oh wow, yeah.
What the fuck?
There's a hashtag Tinker things.
Ghosty.
Well, no, it's like everywhere. Oh, maybe it is Tinker. It's also been really nice that I haven't had to look at too much else of the map. Right? So like right now, let's see if you're watching bottom.
Radiant's middle tower is
You're pulling, but you should really be taking a glance bottom. Just click back here, and yeah, there you go, there you go, there you go.
Dire's top tower?
People are maybe telling you like you should be down here, you should down here. You do get this
No,
stun
no one
off.
told me, but I did TP.
Okay, okay, okay.
Dire's top
That's
tower
good.
is under attack.
That was very close to like what I would consider like optimal, right?
They're beating on Dire's top tower.
For some camps, like some positions on like the map, like as soon as you would get the attack off, like you know you've got the stack, right? And I actually recommend just putting like moving here and then using those couple of seconds to information gather. Even if like there wasn't something going on bottom, I probably would have been like, you should like look around the map here. Because even just like knowing like, oh, like they're low bottom, I should be ready to, right? And stuff like that I think really does start to kind of add up. And it's actually so topical that yesterday I watched that day 9 clip that I posted in general. Where like it's a lot of how I view Dota, right? Where like you are like rewarded a lot for
Those cracks
when you
in
give
Dire's
something
top
like
tower?
attention in Dota, right? Finding places where you can be like, I can like take a break here and do something else, like with my brain or my camera or something, right? I hate the fact that Jug is down here. I think that this is such a weird position for him to be in. There's a lot of time not hitting creeps.
They're beating on Dire's
Maybe
top
he's down
tower.
here because you guys are gearing up to do these ancients, but you guys have like 4 heroes that can clear ancients.
Are those cracks in Dire's top tower?
He used an Echo Slam, I assume, in that bottom fight.
Radiant's bottom
I don't-
tower.
Oh, sick.
Oh.
Or Meteor Hammer
Dire's top
farming.
tower is
Or
under attack.
besieging.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Your favorite hero and your
Beating
favorite
on
item.
Dire's top tower.
Actually, Tinker is like one of my favorite heroes in the game. Or at least he used to be. Tinker, Broodmother, I can't remember the rest, but Tinker and Broodmother were really, really high up on like my favorite heroes, even though I didn't really play them. And they've ruined both
Top
heroes.
tower is gone.
I think that both heroes are just super cringe now.
Obviously, like, it would have been good to hit both those ice pass, but it sounds like you didn't think I needed to, like, be more aggressive harassing or anything like that. In the, like,
It's a little like weird because you guys started with like an advantage, right? You guys started with like a 4th of a level compared to them.
oh, yeah.
So like in that situation, you've got like a lot more breathing room to be like, you know what? Like we can like slow her down, right? You know that you're ahead of the life stealer, all other things considered equal. Right?
I guess, like, I came into lane because I'd already played those two in a game and gotten stunned.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to make sure that I, like, didn't
You didn't
die.
like
That
feed.
was, like,
Yeah,
one
yeah,
of my
yeah,
big
yeah.
priorities.
I think that that's fair. I think
Because,
that's
like,
fair.
that's like one of the big ways I know that, like, the game, the lane can just go to
Radiant's
crap.
middle tower
Yeah,
should
And
yeah,
Witch
yeah.
Doctor is so scary. I mean, like, if you're just out of position a tiny bit, like, you just dead.
Yeah. If you're out of position by like a tiny bit, you get maledicted, you get a cast thrown at you. A cast alone is like, plus 100 damage to maledict, right? Stuff like that, it
I mean, just
snowballs.
Maledict Dagger, right?
is under
Yeah.
attack.
Maledict Dagger and Cask. I mean, it's like they can just spam it from long range and, like, anyhow, yeah, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that that's all very fair. But the only other thing is that like I think you probably did like too many of these pulls. If you're actually thinking
The
more,
hard camp pulse.
yeah. I probably think that you should have, especially as Jakiro, I probably just would have stacked the Ancients a bit more. If you really want to like secure that lane, and also in a competitive environment, where you can tell them, hey, like we are ahead, just flat out because of everything else, right? Take care of yourself like every 30 seconds or so that you can go stack these Ancients. You hit level 6, you macro them, and then he comes over and he spins, and he almost always will kill it. Well, spins and in healing wards. Maybe you have to tank, and maybe you even die for it, right? But
it's worth it.
Yeah, but it's worth it. Because if you had done that
honestly,
right
like,
now, he would be level like 10.
And also like a bunch of gold. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like, what is that? Dual breath and was that liquid fire? Like a couple rounds of that.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like, 20%
But when you
health.
stack Ancients, the problem is that you're almost always going to get a Prowler. You just plan on getting a Prowler.
It has the healing aura.
Yeah, and it has 10 health regen. Which is a lot of liquid fire, right? Like, how am I sub 30 frames, bro? Damn, this game is almost halfway over. Like, almost every tier 1 is still up. It's also very nice for you guys that I think this Quap is kind of dropping the ball. I think that they were set up for a way better position to leave that off lane, but I really do think that they also kind of dropped the ball. I don't think that they were nearly as aggressive as they should have been. Quap should have been blinking forward to kill healing wards. If she had done that, like, ever, I think you guys would have been in a way closer lane, if not maybe even losing, right? Then I would have to tell you, like, you would have to play differently. But, like, she just never contested the healing ward, right? So they would drop, like, 200, 300, 400 mana, right? On Jug, just, like, over a period of time, or maybe, like, a Maledict. And even with the Jug's, like, what, 1 death? Yeah, 1 death. Like, you guys still fucking, like, crush this lane, I think. Like, let's go back a couple of minutes. This is post both your deaths. This is after his death that I think he could have avoided. So, like, even let's just look, like, right here. They're, like, even on net worth, you're actually 300 gold behind this Witch Doctor. What the fuck? That doesn't feel right. Somehow he's behind on XP, even though he was alive. No, he is not alive for her death. She was alive for his death. Witch Doctor makes it out. I don't know, man. Like, that's still, like, this is, even though you guys like 300 gold behind, I would still consider this, like, fine, because, like, Jug grows more than this Quap does, right? And, like, he's gonna get, like, a good timing on this Cornucopium. 10 minutes with treads. Especially in a lane that, like, this lane is designed to crush, right? Is, like, another thing you kind of have to... You guys are supposed to lose this lane.
Since Jug can basically, like, spin out of anything, I assume that, like, they're supposed to kill me a bunch.
No, actually, they should be doing it to Jug. He only gets so many spins. He only gets so many spins. Right, so, like, let's look at him here at level 5. He has 1.2 mana regen, right? He gets, like, 3 spins, and then he has to wait for the 4th spin, right? So, like...
I mean, he gets 4 spins to be toggles, right?
Yeah, but he doesn't have treads at the start. Right. That's 1,000 gold,
true,
right? Oh, 1,500 if we count the boots. Right, so like from the start of the lane, they should have just been like spamming on him, and I think that they kind of were, but you need to contest the healing ward. And honestly, he didn't even buy like as much regen as he should have. Like if he wasn't gonna buy the regen that he like should have, right? He should have been telling you to buy him that regen, right? I would say that you guys won that lane in context. Out of context, I mean, you guys like sort of lost it a little. But like 300 gold, especially Witch Doctor gold, is like, who cares? Right? But I think you guys should have lost the lane, just you know, based on heroes. So it's good that he came out where he's getting like a 16-minute Battle Fury, looking like he's about to get like a 19-minute Yasha, no, 18-minute Yasha, right? Like he's in a position where he is so much stronger than this Lifestealer, who still doesn't have his Sacred Relic.
Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
Right, and he doesn't have, like, if he had an extra Bracer, right, then it would be, like, closer. Also, he's going double swords, so yikers. But it's fine, because your Jug's also gonna go double swords. Yep. Fucking knew it. Fucking knew it! Pop quiz, who's double swords better on, Lifestealer or Jug?
It's better on Jug?
No, it's better on Lifestealer by a lot.
Really?
He uses more of the sets.
Okay.
Jug doesn't have any lifesteal until like level 25, right? So sure, like he amps healing ward by like 25%, but or not even. Is it even 25%? Health restoration. Yeah, so it's by 20%, which I mean is like sure that's his level 15 talent, right? But doesn't do a lot for him all the time. Whereas Lifestealer uses every stat that SNY gives him. He's pretty close to like Troll in that regard. I actually have been thinking about saying that the double swords are equally as acceptable on Lifestealer as they are on Troll, the way I have been. Yeah, I just don't really know what the Lifestealer was thinking there. He needed to play way more carefully. But at least he has his Sacred Relic as soon as he moves his career. There you go. Send it back. Never mind, he's not gonna have the money.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
What do you mean TW to me? Oh, Troll Warlord. That wasn't the question, though.
That was regrettable.
I mean, this is fine. I was talking too much. I didn't even pay attention to what was your contribution to some of this.
Double kill.
I mean, you didn't really get to. I mean, this shit was over before. I wouldn't expect you to have been here earlier, because, like, the shit that they just did to the Jug was a bit weird, right? The Lifestealer shouldn't be doing this stuff before he has any items. Especially when he has 3 points in Rage and 1 point in Open Wounds, right? It's just a very, very weird set of circumstances, and you can't save Tinker there. Maybe, if you run forward here and Shadow Amulet him, but I'm pretty sure he's just like...
I think he was under tower though.
Oh, no, he's not. Maybe you can end up saving him. Oh, they do move him, okay. But, I don't know. That's just, you guys needed more heroes, and people had already left situation. Yo, we canceled double sword, he's going meta! Let's go!
Ooh, Dyer's courier got killed. Those things aren't cheap, you know.
These kind of courier things just happen. I honestly think that they happen a lot more because the map's bigger. And it's a lot easier to lose track of your courier.
Dyer's bottom tower is being chipped away.
And it's just like one of those mistakes, like, obviously you know that it would be better if your courier didn't die, right? But, like, a lot just happened, right? And you're probably thinking about, like, other shit, right? You're probably thinking about, like, could I have done something for that Tinker? Do I need to, like, TP out of here? I don't have a TP, right? You're thinking about that shit. I don't even know if you've had the time to see that he is a Sacred Relic, because I don't think he's actually been on Vision until just now. But now it's obviously too late.
Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
Okay, Also, like, they have a Dragon Knight, and they're really letting towers stay up for a really long time. Especially since he's Green Dragon, right? Like...
Radiant's bottom tower's got
let me
problems.
translate what my wife has said. Can't you also make reservations for couriers? I think that what my wife is trying to say is, can't you, like, queue up orders? Yes. But
I mean, I think it was like following the like come to me order.
Yeah. I don't expect, like, most other people to ever use shift queuing things. If you watch me, I will shift queue my courier more than a little, right? I would say that on average in a game, I shift queue my courier like 4 or 5 times. Listen, Juggernaut made his bed, and he got you killed here.
He told me to try to do it, so that's why I went in.
Okay, that's on him. You trusted the wrong man in that situation, right? But obviously you can't know that beforehand.
Yeah, I mean, like...
And
like,
I think that that is,
like
an okay ice path, but obviously it doesn't work out, right? Obviously you need to remember that Shadow Amulet is a different item now, also.
like I didn't use it.
No, you can move.
Oh yeah. Well, was I stopped? I know it slows you a lot when you use it.
There was no living there. A wand, maybe, but I don't know. It's nothing really worth crying over, right? That's a Jug, like... Jug, you're ahead, but you're not, like, you know... like a god, right? Farted on him. Wow!
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Being in a Rubik ability. That's fine, that's fine. There's nobody on the map. Okay, there's 2 people on the map now. This is such a rough position to be in. In hindsight, obvious, but you really should have just gone up and stuck it, right? You really shouldn't be leaving.
Just as much.
You're so healthy right now. Like, you guys could just easily win this fight. You're a little too scared here. Especially just, like, if you just walk up and Glimmer Cape the Tinker, there's, like, no way you lose the fight.
Radiant's middle
Just
tower
giving him, like, another, you know, a bit more health just lets him play turbo aggressively.
tower is under
Like, this fight goes well, but it's, like, not because of you. Right?
Dire's bottom
Uh,
tower has
you gotta know, like, when you're stronger. Like, a bit better. Right? Like, there, you guys were overwhelmingly stronger. Especially after they... the translocate that Tinker ends up getting here at the start is, like, where I know that you guys are pretty strong here. But, like, when he ends up here, oh man, and then she misses her ult, like, you should never be backing. You should never be turning around, right?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They've lost, like, their absolute biggest threat. Also, I think last cast spell is Macrofire. But I understand the desire not to just stop and make sure he can't get it. And he ends up dying anyway, so there's no way he's gonna get it.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse. Element snare. Dire's bottom
A lot of
tower
self-restraint to only cast Ice Path there instead of dual breathing.
That was regrettable.
Dire's bottom tower always did get short shrift.
Something that, like, Chancer and I sort of need to work on, kind of, even though I don't think we're ever going to, because of kind of how I've raised us to be Dota players, is, maybe not, like, wasting mana, like, when we don't need to for a kill, but I've always taught people, like, a secure the kill mentality, right? So it's hard for Chancer and I to start being like, well, I don't need to spend the 150 mana on a dual breath here. This guy's definitely dead. Right? But that is, like, a character flaw for both Chancer and I.
I find that the more I play AA, the more I have to like hold ice blast until like it's really a good chance.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of like teaching me that lesson.
Listen, I've got a lot of things to say about the AA.
That's fair.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But I do think that you Ice Blast, like... It's hard to describe. I would consider myself, like, pretty fucking good at AA. Right? I've now surpassed Alpha. Alpha's really good at landing, like, global skill shots.
Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long.
You're very late to this fight, but you were placed in a ward, and I think that this fight kind of happened, like, a little suddenly. But you're also, like, not doing yourself any favors here. Like, you're really delaying your own entry, right? You're terrified of action, I think, in like a lot of these situations, right? Like, even for like a lot of this, like, you don't know anything, right? Like,
So with this fight and also the previous, I feel like one of the things I was really trying to do is to not, how can I put this? I feel like one way to like lose a team fight is to split the team into like small pockets when the enemy is grouped together, and then they have the luxury of just like killing one pocket. Yeah. Right. And so I didn't want to just like go in by myself on their backside and then they just all turn on me and I'm just like a tasty morsel.
Yeah, I understand that, but you guys have, like, well, one, enough of an advantage that you really should have just like been here a bit earlier. Like if you would, there were a lot of ice path opportunities, but also you had so little information, right? Unless they're like painting you a picture, right, with their words right now. Like look at, you know, let's be like this is what you know. You know that there's a Dragon Knight here. You hear Death Ward, right? You see Wheel. You hear Rearm. That could mean like a million different things. Ohio, Sori-chan, right? And now you know that you've lost a teammate, right? But like there's so much you have no idea like if you're winning or losing this fight, because like a dead teammate doesn't really like tell you that, right? Now we've got some information, right? Like it takes you so long to start to get to this point of like judging the fight, right? This is where it's a lot easier to make those kind of calls of like, okay, is it okay for me to like to walk up? Because like you had vision for like most of this time, right?
I just didn't pan my team over it.
Yeah. You gotta do yourself the solid of letting you be able to make decisions, right? And you can't, you can't make good. Okay, you can make good decisions without information, but it's, right? It's easier to make good decisions with more information, right? So like right here, like sure you see a Dragon Knight, right? But like there is a whole lot of shit. What is this? That's Earthshaker, bro. Oh, that's Quaff. That's Quaff. Like there's so much on like this Earthshaker, right? Like there's no way that they're just gonna be able to like turn and kill you with Death Ward or like any of their shit that like actually murders, right? You'll run into a Dragon Knight and he might stun you, but if he stuns you here, that's not a stun on Jug or Tinker. And that's, I think, another thing you probably need to think about when Tinker's on your team, is like every stun that's used on you is a stun not used on Tinker. As long as your Tinker is ahead, but your Tinker is like very ahead, right? Because when Tinker's ahead, he has like a lot more mana. It's also just so weird that everyone just leaves. Like your team should not be leaving here. Look at this. Okay, well they'll have like one. Right? Good spell steal. They have like nothing. I'm sure you guys are down an Earthshaker, but you got Omni Slash, man. You gotta use Omni Slash. Omni Slash is a free like GPM increase. But also, I think you guys are just kind of like fine to take this later. You have a Tinker, so. Camera is really hard. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend to tell you like it's easy, right? I'm an insane man when I play this game. I honestly don't understand how anybody watches me play Dota on Twitch, because like I zip the camera like all over the place, right? That shit's gotta be fucking like disorienting. Excuse, hold up. What was this duel, Brett?
Oh, I think I started like dual breathing a bunch just to make sure that it was my last cast.
Okay.
Because like sometimes I just like forget and I just
Yeah,
I mean I've got plenty
human.
of mana now, so
yeah, that's true.
So I don't know what you think, but in my opinion, the absolute worst spell to give Rubik is Ice Path. Like I'd rather give him Macro than Ice Path.
Yeah, especially if he is. Oh, he's Frugal Filch. It's not. as bad anymore. It's still pretty bad.
But I mean, he can still spam it out.
Yeah. What? What does he die to?
I mean, we get cast, right? Maybe he just dies for right click.
Wow, man. That's... That is such a huge turn for them. I really don't think that this fight's on you either. Like,
Double kill.
no. Obviously, Ice Path missed, but I mean, like,
I mean, I hit the clutch, and
Double kill.
I don't think so. That's a negative. It's rough because of the health. And also, I don't really think it.
the Earthshaker got it. Okay, okay,
Yeah,
now I
yeah.
see what I'm saying. Okay.
But I really just don't think it made like a difference. Actually, it might have, just because I think this guy would have blinked into it
Kill.
before his BKB, but Ruh-roh! Oh,
Double kill. Killing spree.
joke things. God, I hate Juggernaut.
That was
Whoa, princess. Careful, drink.
Dire's top tower is under dominating.
The Rubik was begging for a death there. Wait, what the fuck? You don't see your fountain when you're... Wait, what the fuck? Okay, okay, just a bug, just a bug.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I was like, what the hell? Dire side disadvantage?
Radiant's middle tower has been
See, like, you're doing way better with your camera here, right? Bro, the frame rate is so bad! I think that you're setting up for this push. The Ringmaster is like a little bit far forward. You guys do stack the Glimmer Capes, which is not great, but you were acting as if he were like about to get stunned. But they don't really have very many stuns, so
better help Dire's middle
it's like a
tower.
little unnecessary, right?
Radiant's top tower deserves just as much help as bottom. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long. Dire's middle tower just went down. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They're doing your outpost. When they were pushing that mid, you probably should have gone over to like your triangle and placed down like a preemptive sentry and maybe an observer, right? Just so you could know. It didn't end up mattering because they just went and killed the Ringmaster, then killed the tower, right? But you couldn't have known that beforehand. I like to try to set up at least for like one of the sides when they're going for mid tier 2.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Alright. Someone on your team has probably called out the fact that they are doing Roche. Nullifier is up. The beautiful ice path, even though they're both magic immune.
Killing spree.
Never will you see my face.
I mean, I think I should probably get better about like seeing that and not casting Ice Path because now they know it's down.
Will you see my
Yeah, but were they both BKB before it? Wait. Can I click on
It looks
Lifesteal?
like the Dragonite.
Yeah. Dragon Knight, okay. They both are, but I mean, also, I think it's fine. Because, I mean, he almost gets stunned after it because of it.
never will you see my face.
You should, but there are times where like it's close enough to tell, and if like you don't know, I'd rather you try and hit them at like at the end of it, right? Than not do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even though this is like dumb, it is still damage.
It is still damage. That's true. Although, I mean, Ice Path is kind of. It's not very much damage.
Yeah, it's like 40 damage.
Well, because I have the talent, I think it's better. Right? I mean, even if it's 50%.
You don't have the talent.
I mean, not the talent, the fast.
No, yeah, that's what I said. It's 40 damage.
Oh, isn't the secondary burst like a lot of damage or something?
Yeah, but they have like 80% resistance, so 250 times 0.8.
Oh, okay.
Or
Yeah.
times 0.2. Right, so it's like 50 damage. I got too many numbers of this game memorized, man. 80! Yeah, 80, because he's already got. I don't like that he did that. I don't think he should have done that.
Money.
The whip?
Yeah. He was in like a pretty bad position, and it's putting a disable on cooldown there. Like a lot of them I think are fine, but not that particular one he did. If he were like 200 units up, I would be more okay with it.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Right now, you should be telling your team that Nullifier is down. The huge deal for Tinker. It basically means that Tinker has like a free like 15 seconds, right? Right now, like, you know that you're winning this fight, sort of. The Ags or not to Ags? I think it's okay, but I really think that with a Jug and Tinker, you should just be trying to enable them a bit more. Right?
So, like, Hex or Octarine.
Yeah. Hex, Octarian, even like an Orchid. If you can catch him before the rage, right? That just like wins you the game.
Radiant's top tower has looked better. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Macro probably needed to come out at some point here, but it's Macro I think is such a it's not nothing here, right? But it is I think not super important. Right now, I think you're largely an Ice Path machine. Right? And I think that you hit a nice path. So, like, by extension, like, you're basically doing, like, your role. You really should be over here liquid firing, I think.
Radiant's top tower.
He is healing warding, but...
Dire's bottom tower is being
Whoa!
mega kill.
Quap. What the fuck are you doing? Like, there's no lifestealer, and sure, like, there is a Dragonite, but if he blinks on you, like, your team should have your back.
Radiant's top
You should... Like, you are a non-zero sieger, you know?
Radiant's top
It's this idea that I'm starting to hound a bit more on the in-house, and it's like, you guys need to learn how to be a bit more aggressive, you know? Especially when it comes to, like, hitting buildings. Like, right here. You're taking such a safe path. Like, your position 1 is so deep, right? But it really depends on what the team is communicating to you. If Jug is telling you guys, I'm fine, right?
They didn't talk to me a lot.
That's fucked, man. I wish that I streamed when Chancer and I did the open qualifier. Yep, that's fine. Move your camera! I thought she was a bit later in I knew that you weren't going to get the stun on her, but I thought she was still later in her BKB.
Radiant's middle tower has
What tier is this Polywog? Why are you a tier 3 Polywog Charm? Hold up.
I think I got bad stuff early.
Bro, there's gotta be something better.
Dire's bottom tower is under
I
attack.
really don't like the tier 3 neutrals, like a lot of and I probably got bad tier 2.
Let me take a look at the tier. How do I view all neutral items? Nah,
You might. Oh, there you go.
there's no way that you didn't hit at least one of these. So, pollen bag, headband, thread, and guard are all better than what you have. Even sort of the serrated shift.
So I'm not good, so I never use the headband even when I get it. So I just don't take it.
Gotta learn someday.
I would. That's true. I would take the guard over it, and probably the whatchamacallit, the damage boost, the magic damage boost. But I probably got like Shiv and the like punching bag and the like pollen bag.
Yeah. I am not a big fan of Gunpowder Gauntlet, but everybody else seems to be.
I like it a lot for right clickers. I guess that Jakiro does have like one of those like best case one in just a few right click buff.
Yeah. That people are loving it on like everybody because like, you know, it is still just kind of like it's like a nice value add, and it does just give like a flat damage boost, right? There's like a 150 or something, so like even on you here it would be nice, right? It's nice ice path, a nice path if you will. Dead.
Own it.
Probably walk up. Keep walking up. Don't stop walking up. At least just go liquid fire that tower. Your camera honestly still needed to kind of be on Jug here. But it works out.
Killing spree.
I cannot believe that she just died to that.
That was like a full combo though, wasn't it? Like he dropped everything.
Yeah, but it's a single hero in a creep wave, right? Kill 2,200 health. Which is actually, you know, like 3,000 health, right? Because so much of this is magic. Oh, it's plus 50 echo. It's just like that's such an it's like that is an absurd amount of damage, right? It's just too much. Dumbass hero. Alright, Macropyre is up. Nullifier is down. Kind of an awkward Macropyre now. I don't even know why Jug's hitting him. Just hit the building. Again, you're being like a bit too scared. It's a 4v5 right now, right? It's actually like more risky to play this safe, right? Alright, easy.
It's because it gives them more time.
Yeah, because it gives they playing so safe there. Maybe this Quap gets to respawn and they get to take like a real defense, right? Versus like you just would walk up, you throw out some liquid fires. Like liquid fire is way too good at killing buildings, right? It's better than meteor hammer.
I am very aware of how good liquid fire is, especially it's super good against glyph.
Yeah.
I mean, it almost nullifies glyph.
Yeah,
like,
it
glyph
basically does. If you have the
right?
talent, like the glyphed tower,
Yeah, the minus
hits
attack speed
twice.
talent.
Yeah.
It's so good. But no, I feel like there's this tension, right, between like me wanting to go in and liquid fire, like keep liquid fire on the tower anyhow, which I think is like once every 4 seconds.
Yeah.
And me not like me being in a position to counter initiate, right? Because I feel like that's my job right now.
As long as you're manually casting liquid fire, it's fine. You're almost always in a good position to counter initiate. But guys, as a reminder, when you manually cast liquid fire, it has more range.
As a side note, is there any way to manually cast both? Or because like right now, if I get shard, I've been auto casting the liquid frost and manually casting liquid fire.
No. I don't really buy shards so much, but I would just manually cast.
But like I get it a fair amount from like what is that, the tormentor and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't think that you were maybe as bad as you thought you were this game. Now, to be fair, like in the back half of this game, like I don't really know if you matter. And that's not like a slight against you, it's just that's kind of how like
I mean, I feel like this was kind of the Tinker game.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, I was thinking more about just like in lane. Like
Yeah.
it felt like I don't know, it just felt like I wasn't doing it felt like I wasn't having maybe like the impact that I
That
feel
you
like
wanted
I
to. Yeah.
could have if I was like a better player. Because I feel like Jakiro is like one of the top lane bullies in the game. Like, I'm sure there are like others, but like
maybe like top 20. But it's like a really scary lane and you're already ahead, so like it's sort of, and again, it's a lane I think that you're supposed to lose.
I guess like was that learning curve ogre is like one is probably even more of a lane bully, and then there's like undying.
Yeah, and there's also like Dazzle.
That's fair. Yeah, that's
But it's rough to do in like a lot of circumstances. Plus, you guys were like already winning, right? Because you both benefit from like the first blood situation enough that it's like it's kind of like a yeah, sure you could like win more, but that isn't really necessary to win your game, right?
Uh, I forgot what I was going to say.
I'll just go on my thing first. So like sometimes like you'll hear me say that like the lane is going horrendously, like when we play like the in-house, right? And like sometimes I'm saying it and like I'm really mad, and sometimes I'm saying it and like it's fine. And the difference is that like it's a situation like this, right? Where I'm like, it doesn't matter. Right? It doesn't matter that the lane is going horrendously, but I still need to tell people, right? It's the thing I keep yelling about Jet for. Like, you got to tell us what the fuck's going on, right? Everyone's got to play like their own game of Dota, and you can do everybody like a huge solid of instead of making them check your lane like every 10 seconds, right? You could just be like, hey, we're losing, hey, we're winning, right? We're strong, like we're weak, right? And sometimes it's fine to just be like, we lost our lane horrendously. Sometimes that's the expected value, but people still need to know. Right?
Yeah. I mean,
The,
because like sometimes, right? Like you beat the expectations and you like crush a lane you're supposed to lose.
yeah. And you guys, like, I mean, you guys didn't like crush the lane, but you guys definitely beat the expected value.
We survived it, and
Yeah, yeah.
which I mean, like I feel like as a stand-in who is like by far the lowest rank on in the game, like I feel like that was like what I was hoping for, honestly.
Yeah. Look at this, man.
Well, thanks for spending so much time on this game. I really appreciate the in-depth analysis.
You're no problem. What I'm here for. Thank you for doing the redeem.
Yeah, you got to get some of those points out of the ecosystem.
Yeah.
Get some what's that Twitch points, Emoto point deflation going on.
Yep. I mean, honestly, the subathon's done a lot of that. Even though on and not so secret, I have refunded like most of the points that people have spent.
That's
All right. Are there any questions?
no, I mean I think you covered like basically the whole game pretty in depth. So I'll just have to mull over that. It's nice that it's on Twitch, so I can go back and like rewatch
Oh
the
yeah,
thing.
this will also hit YouTube. I think all the replay
Oh,
reviews
no.
do.